This is line 49, Unforgettable eighth notes. And in this line, we move our two eighth notes to the second beat. So if we count that first measure of 49, we would count that 1, 2, and 3, 4. Our first quarter note comes on beat 1 because every measure always starts with 1. And that quarter note gets a full beat. So whatever comes next has to start on 2. So the first eighth note would be on 2, which gets a half beat. So whatever follows it would have to be on and, which is the second eighth note. It gets a half a beat, so whatever come next would come on beat 3. So the quarter note's on 3, it gets a whole beat, so the next quarter note would have to come on 4. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's clap and count that first measure. Ready? Together. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, now let's clap and count all the way through 49. Try patting your foot as well while you're counting, and make sure your foot is going down, up on the eighth notes. Here we go. 1, 2, begin now. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Now we're ready to play line 49. Okay, we're now looking at number 49 on page 15. So if we've already clapped and counted through this, we've noticed that our eighth notes are on beat 2. So let's play along as we go straight through 49 together. 1, 2, ready now. Okay, keep backing that up and working on that rhythm until you have your tonguing nice and clean. We're looking at number 50 now, Monoman Harvest. In this piece, the eighth notes are on beat 2, just like they were in number 49 that we worked on. So we're going to finger and count the first 4 measures while Margot plays it for you. Here we go. 1, 2, finger and count. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, rest. 3, rest. Now let's play those first 4 measures together. Ready? 1, 2, and now. 1. All right, now let's finger and count the second ending. Here we go. 1, 2, finger and count. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, rest. Hold. You can hold that fermata as long as you need. Normally, we double the length of the notes so we get 4 counts. So now that we've gone through this in parts, let's play straight through number 50. Here we go. 1, 2, ready now. All right, just keep backing that up and going through it until you don't make any mistakes on your run-throughs. Okay, this is line 51, eighth notes on the edge. In this line, we have our 2 eighth notes on the first beat. So we have eighth, eighth, quarter, 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 with the eighth notes getting a half a beat each. So the first eighth note comes on 1, gets a half a beat. So the second eighth note would be on and, gets a half a beat. Then we have the quarter note on 2, a quarter note on 3, and a quarter note on 4. So we count that first measure, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So clap and count that first measure with me. Ready? Here we go now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So now that we've done that, we can clap all the way through number 51. Here we go. 1, 2, begin now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 So Keep going back over that until you're comfortable getting those eighth notes even, and that you can say them with your foot padding down, up, down, down, down. Now let's play through number 51, noticing that our eighth notes are all on beat 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 51. Okay, just keep backing that up and working on it until you're not making any mistakes. Okay, this is number 52. Now let me fly. Since it's only 4 measures long, we're going to finger and count all the way through it. Then we'll back up and play through it as well. Here we go. Fingering and counting. 1, 2, ready, now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, hold 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, hold 4. Now let's play straight through number 52 together. Horns are up. 1, 2, ready, now. Okay, keep backing that up and going through it until you're not making any mistakes. All right, now we're looking at number 53, Sight Reading Challenge Promenade. We're going to go over the first 4 measures, which is the first line, and then we'll play that together. Then we'll do that for the second line as well. By this time, you should have already drawn in your bar lines, so that makes your measures be easier to identify. Here we go. Count and finger as we go through this together. 1, 2, first 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, hold 4. Now let's go back and play through the first 4 measures of 53. 1, 2, playing now. Good. Now let's look at the second line of 53. Let's finger and count. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, now. 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, now we can play through those last 4 measures. 1, 2, playing now. All right, now that we've worked on these individual lines, you keep backing those up and going through them until you have them completely worked out. Then you're ready to play all the way through 53. So now let's play all the way through 53 together. Horns are up. 1, 2, here we go. Now keep backing that up and going through it, making sure that you're holding your quarter notes that are right before the quarter rest for a whole beat. Release that on the beat of the rest. Don't cut those notes short. This is number 54, Rio con Brio. This is, again, is normally a test item, so you're going to spend a little extra time on this getting it perfected. In the second going to the third measure, we have that half note tied to the quarter that we talked about earlier. Now make sure we hold that 3 full beats and don't cheat it. So let's finger and count the first line of this together. Ready? 1, 2, finger and count. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, hold 4, hold 1. 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, rest. Now let's play that together, making sure that you hold that half note tied to the quarter note across the bar and give it 3 full beats. 1, 2, playing now. Okay, you can keep going back through that until you have that completely worked out. Now let's look at the second line and go through it, fingering and counting. Here we go. 1, 2, second line, finger and count. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3, whole 4, off. Now notice that in this piece, the eighth notes aren't coming on the same beat in every measure. So you have to count carefully and make sure that we're putting those eighth notes on the correct beat. Now let's play through the second line of number 54. Here we go. Horns are up. 1, 2, ready, now. Okay, now you can keep backing these two lines up and working them out until you have them perfected. Then we're ready to go through it all the way. So let's play all the way through 54 together. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so keep backing that up and going through it until you have that worked out to where you're ready to play it for a test.